Keke Palmer discusses the effects of the reaction following Ellen DeGeneres' coming out episode. Recently, Keke Palmer talked about how Ellen DeGeneres' coming out affected her as a young girl. On a recent edition of their new podcast, The Best Podcast Ever, the Nope star joined Raven Simone and her wife Miranda Maddei to discuss coming to grips with their sexuality as teenagers. "In my life, there came a time when I wondered, can I just be myself?" Palmer, who has disclosed since at least 2015 that she is sexually fluid, stated. Maddei questioned whether child actors Palmer and Raven believe they would have come out sooner if they hadn't grown up in the spotlight. "Because I liked boys too, I was kind of like, well, we don't have to talk about it," Palmer recalled. "There is like an unsaid thing that can make you feel. That's yet another additional that nobody really needs to be aware of. I'm not really required to live outside." Raven sparked discussions in the media and popular culture regarding other celebrities who were either assumed to be LGBT or publicly came out in the 1990s. "I'll never forget the premiere of Ellen's show. As a child, I can still clearly recall this," Palmer remarked. "When Ellen's first show aired, it was the final episode, therefore it ended up being the final episode. She said, 'I'm gay,' and the show was apparently canceled the following day." Prior to a two-part episode of her program, Ellen, in which her character also came out as a lesbian, DeGeneres made her famous public coming out in 1997 on the cover of Time magazine. A Peabody Award and an Emmy were among the numerous honors the show garnered, and DeGeneres was lauded as a trailblazer. Although the show continued after that episode, it was terminated in 1998 after ABC started airing parental advisories before new episodes. "I never lost sight of that. As a child, I never forgot that," Palmer recalled. "That sort of information sticks in your head like, oh, you'll be outcasted. There's something wrong with you, to quote-unquote." According to Palmer, she eventually reached a point when she wanted to be open to love, which aided her in embracing her identity. "I didn't want anything to prevent me from doing it. In general, accepting that aspect of myself was a step in my journey toward genuinely being able to experience love in my life, accepting and loving all aspects of me."